there's no question that this you're gonna make your money back and more.
Mm-hmm. And today we have some phenomenal tutors that are going to be sharing their stories and their journey about how they got students through the Jumpstart program. Now, some of you guys are like wondering, like, is this legit? Can I really get students? Can I really make this sustainable? All these kinds of things. I totally get it. You know what? This is a journey, you guys. And the goal that I have for anybody who joins Jumpstart is for you to get one student or a whole lot more. Because once I help you put those pieces in place for getting students and systems in place, it is inevitable that you are going to get more students if you continue to be consistent. And you guys, we have Robert Travers here. And Robert is our Tutorpreneur Hero Award winner! Woo! Some of you guys might be wondering, what's that? Well, the person who gets the most points as they go through Jumpstart wins the Tutorpreneur Hero Award. And that is our very own Robert Travers. Congratulations, Robert!
Thanks, Joanne. I mean, I remember I sent you a message a few months ago saying that this was going to happen, and
you did.
Here we are.
You did. I remember you saying that, and I was thinking, oh, that's interesting. Because I used to give the award, you guys, in our Insider Secrets Club, and I've moved the award into Jumpstart. So I was like, wonder if he's confused that I don't give that award inside of Insiders anymore. And nope, he knew exactly. He was going to go through the program again. He was going to take it again, and he was going to get that award. So, and that he did. He got the most students as he went through the program. Robert, how many students did you get as you went through the program?
I think I lost count at about 12.
You lost count at about 12. I love it. You know, your life does get so busy that all of a sudden you're like, I don't know. I don't know how many students I got. That's amazing. And you guys, I'm going to let Robert share a little bit about who he is, what he tutors, and then share a little story about our last experience together. So Robert, tell everybody who you are.
Sure. So my name is Robert Travers. I'm a online math tutor from the great state of Maine. And I am the king of calculus.
That's right. We call him our king of calculus, and he comes on into Clubhouse, and he has written on his description he's a king of calculus. I had actually somebody who asked me, "Do you know somebody who teaches calculus?" I'm like, "I know the king of calculus." So Robert is actually going through this program for a second time. So Robert, why did you decide to join a second time?
I felt like I wasn't where I wanted to be. Business wise, I mean, I had a couple students here and there, and that was good and all, but I really felt like I got complacent, and I wanted to go back, and back to basics, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and sometimes we just need to do that, right? Like the first time people go through this, there is a lot of content, and because we're not from the world of marketing, we're a lot of us are from the world of teaching. We know a lot about teaching, we don't know a lot about marketing. And so there's a lot of brand new stuff that's coming at us. SEO and, all the social media that we're not even on. And, and so there can be times where we feel overwhelmed by the information, and to go back and go through it can be so helpful. And you were accountability partners with Natalie, is that correct?
That's right.
Awesome. You guys, you teamed up, man. You guys were a powerhouse. I love it. You guys had another person in your team too. Who is the other person in your team?
Janice,
yes. Oh my gosh, what a great group, you guys, to connect with. Amazing. And so, what was your experience the second time around? Like, what were some of the differences that you noticed for yourself, Robert?
I noticed. That's a good question, Joanne.
She's you stumped me.
I think the biggest thing that I noticed was how easy everything was, as far as how easy it was to get stuff done. I mean, I already had stuff from before, But I found myself reflecting a lot more, saying, okay, how can I make this better this time?
Yeah, that's a great point, because like we do different assignments and that kind of stuff. So as you go through, you're like, okay, now that I know more about, let's say, my ideal client, I can add more information inside on my empathy chart, because I've actually been listening now to parents. Some people, when they start doing some of these activities, they don't know how to get inside the mind of their ideal client because they haven't actually had conversations with them to know. And so now that you've had those conversations, you can reflect back on that and say, okay, what are some other things I've been hearing or seeing, or all of that kind of stuff, which is fantastic. And what was your goal and your motivation when you joined Jumpstart? I know you wanted to win Tutorpreneur Hero Award, but like deep down inside, like what was your biggest goal?
My biggest goal, other than winning the Tutorpreneur Hero Award, because I have to admit that was the goal going in. But I think my biggest goal was to get fully booked.
Yeah. And did that happen for you?
I got close.
Close. That's awesome. You know what? And this is where like close actually matters, guys, because like I set a goal this year to get on 50 podcasts, but I didn't track it. And I got on like 20. Is that bad? No, that's all extra exposure, right? That's great. That got me a lot closer to my goal. And for you to be close to book solid, that's incredible. Fantastic. Congratulations. That's amazing. How did that make you feel to get as many students as you got this time around?
I was honestly shocked, especially the first 3 weeks where it seemed like I was just getting students left and right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Were there any big aha moments as you went through this the second time, Robert?
There were, especially when I was with my accountability partners.
Yeah.
Helping them go through the program and learning from them as well.
Yeah. Well, it's almost like because you had gone through it, you just had a little bit more background knowledge about the program specifically, which then meant that you could actually teach some of the stuff to them. And when we teach something to somebody else, it sticks more, right? We know that as teachers. And so that had the opportunity to really happen for you. And what do you see as being possible for you now, Robert?
I'm getting fully booked, obviously, because I think I'm maybe 2 or 3 clients away.
Ah, that's awesome.
And then I'm starting to look at, okay, what's next?
Yes.
I'm gonna be able to raise my prices here soon.
Yep. I love it. And Natalie did that. Well, I didn't even realize, you guys, that it was $30 a month. I thought she was charging $30 an hour. So to go up from $30 a month to $50, an hour, incredible. Most of us aren't going to be able to make that kind of a shift, but I went from 75 to 100. It almost feels like the more that you go up, like the more often you go up, and I'm not saying do it frequently, but like each year kind of reevaluate my prices and that kind of stuff. But it seems like I just go up even more than what people would expect. So what are you charging now, Robert?
I'm charging $50, and the next price hike I'm going to do is $62.50.
Nice. $62.50. Why not $65? Yeah, I'm
65.
Asking you a question. $65 it is. Don't make it complicated. Yeah. $65 it is. All right, I just gave you a raise, $2.50. You're welcome.
Perfect.
See? So perfect for being here.
The reason why I chose $62.50 was because I charged $200 per month and then $400 per month. So the next would be $250 and $500, which divided by 4 and 8 respectively give you $62.50.
Got it.
But now,
so it worked out better. But 65 is a lot easier to say than $62.50. It's just a lot easier to say. So $65 it is. It's so funny because last year Max was in Florida with me, and he was talking about how he wanted to raise his rates, but he was scared about his students and all that. And we talk about raising rates inside of the program. But I just looked at him and I said, okay, Max, what are you charging now? And he's like, 60. I said, okay, you're going to stop charging 60 and you're going to make 75. And he's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, you're going to stop charging 60. Because he's like, I want to be able to make more money, but I don't really want to work with more students. I said, I've got a solution. He's like, what? I go, you go to 75. Now, when you add up the amount of students that you have and how many students you want, you can take on a few less students and be able to do what you love, getting paid what you're worth. And he's like, ooh, I don't know. I'm like, Max, you're worth it. You can do it. Now, I'm not giving this advice, you guys, to people that have zero experience teaching, okay? I know Max, and I know his teaching worth, and I know what he's able to do for students. So don't misunderstand me. But when he's like, okay, he had to get over his own mental block of paying $75. Because here's what happens. We think in our minds, we wouldn't pay that much money. So why would other people want to pay us that much money? And we have to get over that to say, I'm worth this much money, and the value I add for these kids is amazing, and parents are going to be happy to pay it. And they are when they see the results. They might not be on the front end of paying it, but when they see the results, they are. So it is incredible what can happen for your tutoring business. So, and also, if you like this channel, you like hearing other people's stories, hit that subscribe, hit that like. It helps me to continue to spread the message and the word about what I do, and share it with a friend. You know, tell them about, you know, what we do here in this community and what we're trying to accomplish. And really, I would love to be able to help 1 million teachers and tutors be able to reach their income goals in their life. That is my goal as a tutor coach, is to be able to help you guys help make that happen for yourselves. And Robert, there are some people, they're still sitting on the fence. They've heard everybody's story today. They're sitting on the fence and they're like, I don't know if this is going to be a right fit for me. Like, I don't know if I should do this. It's too much money. They're just sitting on the fence. Like, should I? Shouldn't I? Will I make my money back? How much are you making right now each month, Robert?
Right now I'm looking at over 2,000.
Nice. So over $2,000 each month. He has a possibility of more. He's going to raise his prices now to $65, right? That's going to bring in more income. He's going to get some more students at that rate, and some of his other students are going to kind of disappear over time. He doesn't have to raise his rate with them if he doesn't want to. He can if he wants to, but he doesn't have to. Raise the rate with the new people coming on in, and he's going to be able to make more money even than that. So awesome. So if you could tell somebody who is on the fence about joining Jumpstart, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to do it. I mean, there's no question that you're gonna make your money back and more. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a reason why Joanne makes that guarantee that you'll get one student or more, because it happens. If you put in the work, mm-hmm. There's no way it doesn't happen.
Yeah. If you don't put in the work, it's not going to happen. And that's what I saw happen when I first started coaching, is I would give people advice and tell them exactly what to do, but then they wouldn't take action. And so then they didn't get results. And we both felt like crap after that exchange, right? They feel like crap because they invested this money and they feel like it didn't work. I feel like crap because I didn't motivate them to the point where they wanted to take action. Right? And so it was like, this isn't working. But when we put it in this format, we make it a fun game for you guys so that you can be energized and you can be excited to get the results that you want to be able to get. Anything is possible. When you start putting these principles into practice, I promise you, you're going to be excited. You're going to be more excited about tutoring online than you have ever been before. And I don't tell anybody who starts that has a full-time job, don't quit your full-time job in the beginning. You know, like, get your business up and going. And then when you can prove to yourself that you can make this a full-time income and make even more money, then you leave your job, right? So I'm all about you guys being smart about this process and not burning yourself out. Some of you might say, you know what, Joanne, with that in mind, summer might be a better time for me. It might be. Maybe now isn't the right time for you. The only people that are going to be able to answer that question is you and your higher power. So seek that higher power, whoever that is for you, and ask, is this the right time for me? Because I promise you, your higher power will not let you down. They will guide you in the exact direction that you need to go. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us today. Such huge accomplishments. You guys are an amazing part of our community. So glad to have you. It's been a pleasure getting to know each of you one-on-one and as a group. And such amazing stuff. In fact, I'm going to give you guys a huge boom cha. You guys at home, give them a boom cha with me. If you haven't seen a boom cha, here's how it goes. I'm going to punch my hands out to the screen, and then I'm going to wiggle my fingers back. Are you guys ready for your boom cha here? Are you ready? You're going to be receiving. All right. 1, 2, 3. Boom! Sha! Thank you guys so much for joining us.